Hey y'all, Bearder Bros Golf Show back at it again. I am Rod.
I am Marcus.
And as the Brunson of the brothers, I am Michael.
The Brunson of the brother.
Yes.
You
Wow.
not
I, I
a you
love
not a world champion or a winner. Which them loser? Anyways, my fault.
oh,
My bad. My bad.
wow.
My bad.
Passive
My bad.
aggressive
My bad.
right off the top. My God.
Don't even get started with that.
Wow.
I know,
Bro.
right? Like he's almost encouraging me to jump in on the meanness that's the
Wow.
peer pressure. My God. I'm wow.
Almost left.
Text him,
Oh,
Yolanda. Text him. He's out of control already.
almost
Ah,
left. Almost left.
here we go,
All
man.
right. Per usual, introducing our credentials and why we are justified in being on your phone or TV screen right now. I am Rod, as stated earlier, 20-year career in business, 15 in business operations, dealing with private equity. So I talk a lot about the live side, the business side of golf, and also kind of run the back end of the show, along with my other co-host here on the screen. Marcus, give them your credentials in your different location today.
Yeah. So anyways, I've been in the golf industry overall about 10 years. Been playing golf about 15 years. So semi-competitive about five of those. Well, I'd say about 10 of those years. So I feel like I'm pretty decent. I don't know. Retail about 2 years. Now I'm green grass. I've been that coming up on it'll be 7 years next year. So six and a half. And at the moment, yeah.
All right.
Very good.
And Michael.
Yes, my name is Michael. Been in the golf industry for about 9 years, both green grass and retail. Played high level junior golf, high level amateur golf, Division One golf at Southern University, and now actively trying to um, get a tour card anywhere.
Somewhere.
Yes.
All right.
Put my boy
Yeah,
on.
I don't know. What was that?
I said, put my boy on. See, y'all thought I was getting ready to hate. I'm encouraging.
Well, now you have
Jerks.
to. You have to
No,
now.
you
Redeeming
have to. No,
himself.
you have to.
You
I
see, there
don't.
we
All
go.
right.
There we go. See, you mock me and then you mock me in an accent. Okay?
Well, because you're trying to bully me into being just an
Nobody is,
angel to you
I'm the
all.
one
Yes,
being
you are.
bullied right now.
You just said I have to. I don't, but I choose to. I
Okay. Well,
choose to be your
all right.
Wow.
cheerleader. How about
Okay.
that?
No. It's fine. It's fine.
We we are starting out angry today, y'all. All right. Let's jump into the news of the week. It's a little bit I don't want to say it's a slow week, but because we had a major on the women's side. We'll talk about that a little bit. That's our kind of third story, and that's kind of how I feel about it. But per usual, get into our slides. Spirit Bros Golf Show. Don't want to miss an opportunity to talk about our partner, Beard Club. Again, if you are struggling with your beard in the year of 2026, don't. There's tools out there to help improve your beard situation. Um, Serums, microderm abrasion, get those follicles active. If you have a full grown beard, like the three gentlemen on your screen, there are grooming kits available through our partners at Beard Club. Check them boys out.
Make sure that
Um,
beard connects.
Make sure that beard connects. That's right. And you don't have a neck beard going on. That's always
Ooh,
Yes.
weird. Um, we got another youngin, another one. 24-year-old Michael Thorbjornsen gets the win. I know y'all have been talking about him for a while and the potential. I think he made a push in this year's players to try to get a victory. Finally able to get it done at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. I am super disappointed that this is the last year that this tournament, as we know it currently, will be in existence. They did a remake on the course and it was beautiful. I really loved what they did with the renovation, kind of restored it to the Donald Ross kind of the way it looked originally. A lot of the heather grass, a lot of ditches, that had overgrown grass as well. So you rolled off the side of the fairway. You were in some thick, heavy stuff. So I thought the course presented incredibly well on TV. Very old school, kind of a lot of cross bunkers as well. So very enjoyable, but also very disappointing that this is the last year that we'll see this tournament in this particular configuration, if at all. So, Marcus, let's talk about it. Talk a little about Thorbjornsen and the tournament as a whole.
Yeah, congrats to Mike. It's crazy. He's one of the few people that have made a living with a 10 finger grip. So shout out to that boy Torbjornsen for keeping the 10 finger grip alive. I think he's tailor made through and through. Even when the tailor made spider is back in the winning circle again. I think we had maybe a week or two off where somebody else, some other OEM putter was the winner, but back to the spider dominating the business. Yeah, I mean he had a hot Sunday. Really stole it from Xander Schauffele because Xander Schauffele was leading when I got to coverage. I mean, he won by two. He beat Xander Schauffele by two. Xander Schauffele shot a 65. Torbjornsen shot a 63 and made it look easy. So even clutched
Yeah.
up and birdied on 18. So congrats to him, man. Mike really hit it on the head. He said he was coming, pause. But yeah, he really did speak it into fruition. Um,
Wow.
Wow.
but anyways, just a carryover from what he did in Japan, where he came up just a little bit short. So yeah, you knew he had it in him, and he went ahead and took care of business. Anyways, Mike, what you got?
Marcus, inspired by our pre-show conversation, talking about Diddy parties. My God,
Oh, whoa.
inspired. Go ahead,
This,
Michael.
This
wow.
guy below me is the one that brought up the question.
Whoa,
So
whoa, whoa,
inspired by Pine Sol. How about that?
whoa. Okay, enough. We're here to talk about golf, not this is a Diddy free zone. Okay. Yes, you guys can check the tapes. I said he was going to win this year. And so far, what I've been saying is coming true. And it honestly leads into our third story, like we talked about the ladies. But I'm just saying, Thorbjornsen was definitely due for one. He did what he had to do. He fended off Schauffele, magnificently. I was talking to Marcus about this. Schauffele still shot 65 and lost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good grief. But then again, you get the early rain in the final round, so it softens up the course. They're able to attack pins more. They're able to spin shots more, when needed. So it was out there. You just kind of had to get it going. And he did. He really got the putter rolling. I mean, he made that really clutch birdie on, I forget what it was like on 18. It was like an uphill, barely breaking right to left, and he drained it. So it must feel good for everything to come together and finally break out and win.
Agreed.
No doubt. No doubt. What's happening here? All right. No doubt. Yeah, that clutch on 18, clutch putt. Um, I hesitate. I was doing when I was doing some research, putting together the slides, take a look at his family lineage. I don't know why I thought he may have been born outside of the U.S. The last name, but born in Ohio, Stanford prodigy. Um, I almost want to call him a black golfer. If y'all have seen his mother, his mother's a woman of color. So interesting family combo there. Did not know that. So I was like, okay, no connection there. But yeah, the kid just finally paid off the potential that we always knew was there, and it just kind of continues this youth movement. I did see, excuse me, an interesting conversation on one of the golf shows this week, and they were just saying that despite all these young kids winning tournaments, they are not winning majors. And they highlighted Ludwig Aber. as one of those guys that we've seen coming for a while, but not able to win majors. So I don't think a guy under 30 has won a major in quite some time. So what are y'all's thoughts on winning regular season events, but not getting it done in the biggest events available to the guys? Mike, what are your thoughts on that aspect of it?
I think it's still like seeing the course enough. Um, there are some guys that are able to, do well after seeing it for a week. There are some guys that just need a little bit more time to really figure out some of these courses. Like if we look at Augusta National, you're going to see Augusta National every year if you qualify. And there are some guys who have only seen it once or twice and then take a break from seeing it and then they see it again in the next 2 or 3 years. So, you know, and I think that's what made like people like Tiger and some of these like Rory, really adjust well to Augusta National because they've seen it for so many years and know where to put it, even with the lengthening of Augusta National. Um, I mean, how many times has Tiger seen Pebble versus Thorbjornsen? So it's a major difference in terms of how much these guys are actually getting a chance to see these courses in a, let's say, in a year-round circuit. Like there was like the only person I can come to mind who was like close was like Sam Bennett, and he was playing as an AM that year, and he was like second, going into the either final round or third round. It's some weeks you have it, but sometimes it just takes a little bit more time of seeing it and really knowing where to place these shots and where to um, capitalize to get those lower scores.
Agree. Marcus, what are your thoughts on that aspect of it?
Of of like repeat courses and stuff.
No, 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 no. Young guys not getting majors, getting winning in the regular season, but not being able to get it done at the major
Oh,
tournaments.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like major golf um is more about limiting mistakes, and the youth movement is more fearless, and so they know they're going to come with mistakes because they know they're going to have the bounce back ability. But once you make that next step to be more mature in your golf game, that's eliminating the mistakes. That's going bogey free for a round or something like that. Like, I mean, I think we got to go back to what Scotty Scheffler's dad was saying. Scotty Scheffler is was a PGA pro before he was a Corn Ferry Tour pro. He knows how to play around par. He knows how to play even par rounds because he knows he's gonna be in play. He's know he's gonna make the smart shot. I think that they need to not necessarily have the rest because they can score, but the fact that they don't quite have it refined enough to know, hey, I can't make bogey here. I got to limit my mistakes here. I think that's really what the determining factor is between older guys, more vets winning majors compared to the younger guys who are just freewheeling it out here and know they can just score a 62 on a Detroit golf club and stuff.
Yeah. Quick little note here, and we will get into this putter. But yes, TaylorMade Spider X gets another win. Really, TaylorMade
Another one.
dominating top and bottom of the bag. I mean, QI4D is on a run this year, and you can say, oh well, either the best players put it in the bag or it's doing something special. Same thing with the putter. I think the putter is, honestly, the technology and how they've improved the TaylorMade Spider from launch to today. It's damn near perfect, right? I mean, I don't know why anyone else would not try to find a spider that fits their eye and put it in the bag. I get it. You have a club deal, but we know getting it done on the greens is where your money is made. I think it's a perfect example is I was as we were getting ready to go, I was watching the end of the Corn Ferry event. They went into a 5-man playoff. Four of them put it like right around the hole, and they, had similar putts from like east, west, north, south, and one guy got it done. Again, 4 putts for birdie. It was actually 5 putts for birdie. One guy didn't really have a good, clean shot at it, but 4 guys with makeable birdie putts, one gets it done. Putting is where the money is made and where success is accomplished on the professional level. This is not to call you out, Mike, but I think it's illustrative. As you
Wow.
struggle with your putting, like, no, no, we know you're a damn good player. You're getting on greens. You're hitting greens in regulation. What have you been struggling with? Putting, my guy. So I
So you're
mean,
saying
it's
it's time to
just
get a spider. Noted.
yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. You'd be crazy not to. But
Yes.
yeah, TaylorMade Spider is killing it. It's killing it. I want to jump down. Let's see. Let me see what I want to do. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other notables in the leaderboard this week. It was actually a really competitive leaderboard. A lot of guys that I wasn't expecting to tee it up this week that actually got in. Cam Young, Wyndham Clark, Chris Gotterup, Xander Schauffele, as y'all mentioned. Russell Henley was out there. JJ Spawn, Ben Griffin, who missed the cut. Patrick Cantlay slowing up the coverage. And Jackson Coyven and Jordan Spieth were also out there and trying to, push Coyven and Spieth in particular pushing for the FedEx Cup points, and I'll jump down to that story just to get that out of the way. Um, Koiven sitting at 70th on the list. I'm going to have to blow this up. But there's some notable names that are right below getting into the FedEx playoffs that are probably going to be teeing it up at the Wyndham this week, which is one of my favorite weeks of the year. Just a lot of scrambling. But at 72, you can see Keegan Bradley. Jason Day is at 75. He's not had the greatest year. Steven Yeager, I think, is an incredibly talented dude, but the results are the results. Tom Hoagie, Matt Wallace, who's been playing a lot of time over on the PGA Tour. Jackson Suber's had some really good weeks to kind of get to this position. He's at 82. Snedeker, who we saw win earlier this year. McCarthy, who we kind of questioned, like, hey, bro, where have you been? Brooks Koepka was in the lineup
Mm,
this week and ended up dropping out of the tournament. He's at 86th. I'm assuming, barring injury, we're going to see him tee it up at the Wyndham.
yeah.
And then the last one, another guy that needs to lock the fuck in is Tony Finau.
Yeah.
Like,
Bruce
so
Koepka
I don't
can
know what's going.
he can play in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's
Mm-hmm.
fully eligible.
Yep.
So
but he
just
can't
needs the
take. I
points.
thought he couldn't take any money or something though.
No.
I thought that was a part of his stipulation with his deal that he
That's
got to
that's
come back.
that's the ec- that's the equity. That's the long
Mm,
term equity that he can engage in. So like long term tour profits, but he can compete in the playoffs. Marcus Marcus looking very pensive and concentrated.
all right. This is
So
this is
who?
a this is
Go
a
ahead.
genuine business question, and I don't want to be made fun of. Can you put it in a perspective of a third grader so I can understand what that technically means?
What, the
What
equity side?
Yeah, like what does that
So
mean?
investment?
so, so essentially, what they've set up is like a profit sharing model, right? Where
Right.
these guys who stuck with the PGA Tour essentially get shares in the PGA Tour, even though it's not a publicly traded company like Microsoft, Tesla, whatever, right? There
Mm-hmm.
is a way with when you have a private equity investor, which the PGA Tour now has, you can issue these internal stocks to your stakeholders, which is the
Mm,
players,
yes.
executives, etc. Right? So most private equity deals run about 3, 5, 10 years. So they're like, hey, grow this business. We want to see our money, our return on our money. When we do that, when we hit that new point, you get a new investor. We're able to cash out all those internal shares, right? So private equity is going to get their
Mm,
money right off the top. But all these other
okay.
guys and gals who have built the business up get paid off of that share. So let's just say,
Okay.
let's say each share starts at $1 and then grows with the profit of the business. Folks that have been invested or, participated for that length of time are able to take advantage of it. It's something that's used all the time um, in regular business that you see in America. Before I left the US, I was in a situation like that with my company, being able to take advantage of the private equity stuff. Of course, I left early based on the way things were trending with the economy. So um, sometimes it makes sense, but with the PGA Tour continuing to go on and live, probably not after this year, or maybe they get a lifeline to next year. So that's how that works internally on a non-publicly traded company.
Yes. Okay, makes sense. Makes
Yep.
sense.
So anybody on the list that surprises you guys that you're just like, come on, man, what's the deal?
No.
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess maybe Steven Yeager, because I feel like his fall off was real quick. Like, I mean, it was just 2024 that he won the Houston Open. Johnny Kiefer's been slowly putting it together. I feel like he's at the right spot. I mean, I don't think Keegan Bradley is really. Has he? Would you call him a journeyman this year? Would you say he's got in like hella reps? 'Cause I don't really feel like he's been playing like
I,
a
he-
lot, a
he's
lot.
I feel like he actually has been playing a lot. I'll look up his
Really?
starts this year, but yeah, I feel like has he been playing well is another story, but he's been
Yeah.
playing quite a bit.
Yeah. I guess with Brent Snedeker, he only won that Myrtle Beach, that off field event, which was like, 175 FedEx points. I'm joking, of course. It was probably 300 or 350 or something like that. But, it
Right.
wasn't really enough
It
to
wasn't a
to
full
have him.
500.
Right, right. So I think everybody else is where they should be. I don't think anybody's like just blowing it out the water. Um I think it's more disappointing than anything. Taylor Pendrith, Denny McCarthy, Jackson
Yeah.
Suber, Davis Thompson. Davis Thompson, former winner, won the Colonial
Right.
2 years ago as
Right.
well. Same thing.
Well, no. You're
Ma-
thinking Davis Riley.
what did Davis Thompson win though? I feel like he's won two, one as well.
He's won. No, he's won, but Riley was the Colonial. Just to double back, Keegan Bradley 19 starts so far this year, which is a
But
decent.
15 cuts
Goodness.
made.
Yeah, yeah, he's making
Yeah.
cuts. He's just not finishing
High enough.
well or
Yeah, that's
high.
fair.
Yeah. Who else are we?
Yeah,
But Davis
I need.
Riley, actually, speaking of him, he had a chance to win going into Sunday as well. His fall off, we talked about him a few weeks ago, I want to say. We were just like, bro, where have you been? There's quite a few. I think this came up around our kind of flash in the pan. You know, saw the potential, hadn't been able to meet that potential, which I think Marcus, that video you shared from God, why am I Patrick Harrington? I was thinking about that earlier today, putting together some of the notes, and I'm curious your thoughts on that. It made me think about a guy like Hideki Matsuyama and reaching that mountaintop of winning the Masters. And Patrick Harrington's assessment was like, there's guys that in their career said, I want to win a tour event. And that was like the pinnacle. There's guys that said, I want to win a major. And then they've won one major and it's been a tough slog since then. They've kind of fallen back and they've never reached that height again. I'm curious, like, it seems like when you see a guy that reaches this, you know, pinnacle of their career, does something that's awesome. We've talked about how hard it is to win on the PGA Tour, let alone a major, and then they don't do it again or even really get close. How realistic? I take Harrington at his word. That seems very realistic to me, like Hideki Matsuyama won the Masters, It's this massive event, pub in Japan, and then we've just not seen him compete highly on the major stage. Good player, great player. Gonna be like kind of at not A tier, but like right below that every year. How who else do you see in that? That he's the guy for me. Who else do you see, Marcus, that kind of reached that stage and then hadn't been able to meet it again?
I don't know. I felt like that kind of threw me for a loop. You saying Hideki Matsuyama because I mean, we
I
weren't
know
that.
you love Hideki.
Yeah, I mean, but we're not that far away from his Masters win, though. I mean, it was what 2021 or 2022.
Okay.
It's not like it was a decade ago or something like that. I mean, we've had John Rahm won in 23, Scotty Scheffler won in 24, and then
Okay.
Rory went back to back. So we've only had 3 winners since the last time he's won a major. So
Okay.
I don't really feel like he's that far away.
Okay. That's mine.
Um,
That's mine. Who else do you think that's mine? I think again, I look at how he's finished since then, and it's not really been close. But I'm curious if you have anybody else in that list or in
John
that.
Rahm. I mean, there's a lot of
Okay.
major winners that have done that. They just fallen off. I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna fight with you on
there's
that then.
there's only
So
one
you
winner out of 150 players in 4 majors. So
okay?
600 players.
So John Rahm's closer than Hideki Matsuyama, but Hideki Matsuyama's completely off the table.
Well, John Rahm's fallen off even more
Okay.
just to take the money. So
Okay. Yours is John Rahm. Michael, who do you have that just like what's going on with them and reach some level of success and then we haven't heard from them significantly since then?
I think we're the biggest are JT, Spieth. Trying to think who else. Yeah, I mean, those are the first 2 that come to my mind is JT and Spieth. I know it's been a long time since Spieth has I wouldn't say a long time, but it's been a while since Spieth has contended in majors, the last one being, the 2015 Open that he did win, and then also JT's PGA Championship against Zalatoris. Those and I mean, to be fair, JT did battle back injury, but he has not since either of those 2 have since then performed. I don't think
Justin Thomas won the PGA in 2022.
Oh, okay. That's what I meant. Yeah. But we haven't seen JT like those 2 guys at the level they used to be. And I know time passes and injuries happen and families and all that good jazz. But those are the 2 that kind of come to my mind. It's like, well, where is Justin Thomas? I mean, we know where Spieth is. He's under a tree behind a bush, shooting for par, and then somehow gets it. But yeah, I mean, those are the 2 that come to my
And
mind.
the truth is before last year, Rory's in this conversation, right? So I think he also proves that there is a way that you can always come back, right? We saw Tiger win the 2019 Masters after a
Yeah.
significant gap, an eight-year gap himself. And then Rory, 11 years, and then to go back to back in the Masters after not winning a major for that significant amount of time. So, can you have a gap and come back with success? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just the human side of it, right? Of there has to be like once you've hit that point, what drives you, right? We've seen Rory theoretically and even out loud speak to the struggle to find motivation now that he's got the career grand slam. He's won two Masters back to back, and then he's kind of like really not played a ton this year at all. Like and the PGA Tour is kind of let him do what he wants to do.
Mhm.
But you can just tell he's kind of like over it. So I'm just curious, like on the human aspect of it. Um, I think ultimately I took away from that video, set your goals like way higher than you possibly could even theoretically achieve, right? And to a certain degree, that's somewhat like right past irrational, so that when you hit a really significant milestone, you're not just mentally like, I'm there and I can rest now. That's my perception of it. But I mean, I'm rooting for Hideki Matsuyama, and I'm sure all these Japanese ladies that keep winning majors are also rooting for Hideki Matsuyama, but we'll get to them in a little bit as
Right.
well.
So, I mean,
Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
but it's also, I mean, I understand the viewpoint behind it, but it's also like, are you trying to, are you saying, should I, should I say I can beat Sam Snead and get 73 victories and Jack's 18 majors? Like, I don't think it's that simple anymore where we can, you
Well,
know?
no, no, a goal's realistic to you, right?
Right. Yeah.
So,
But
right.
like in
So,
the words
go
of
ahead.
like how you're painting this picture of like how Patrick is saying is like set your goals like way up here so that when you do achieve it, you're like, holy crap, I look back and this is what I've accomplished in my career. You know what I mean? So
More so,
it's
just
Right. Well,
not
that
to
you have
limit yourself.
yeah,
Well, yeah, that you have something further to shoot for. So, like, okay, so you're on the three of us, right? You're the most talented golfer of all of us, right? Highest potential. You're younger. Your game is there. What is your if you said if I'm writing down goals, which I'm a huge fan of writing down goals, what would be
right,
your ultimate golf goal based on you being 25 years old, um, aspiring to make it to a tour professionally? What
right.
though at this current stage, based on that information, is your highest goal right now?
Right now is to
Mm-hmm.
get through a Monday and play on tour is to make the Monday, get through the Monday, and then play on on the grandest stage of golf. I mean, the PGA, in my opinion, the PGA Tour is a pinnacle. So just by even having the opportunity to play I mean, it's hard work within itself.
Right.
So I mean, I wouldn't say once I get to play, I'm like, okay, I completed what I have to do. I'm good. No, I mean, I feel like there's more, but I think it also comes down to how hungry are you. You know, like how hungry was Rory for 11 years? How hungry was Tiger after 8? I don't think it's necessarily in terms of like they're no longer motivated. It's there's no more hunger. They've accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. I
Right,
don't
that's what I'm
mean
saying. But that's
yeah,
mental, right? Because you're the one that sets your level of hunger, right? Of what's
yeah,
important to you. And it doesn't mean that they weren't trying. Um, this is gonna be a weird reference, but like your favorite musical artist, right?
right.
So would you all agree that most of the times that like their first, second albums are usually their best, and then after that, it's diminishing returns, right? They still may put out a quality product. They may still put out music that you
That's
listen
fair.
to, but the prime hungry trying to make an impact in their genre is no longer there, right? That hunger, that broke hunger, right? Everybody knows that broke hunger of like I'm trying to get somewhere, and that extra motivation that comes with that. I feel like that's with any profession, like life endeavor, right? That when you're trying to fight through it and you're going through the process of doing that, and you have this kind of thing in your mind that you're trying to achieve, that the output from that is cool, but then once you reach it, it's kind of like, okay, what's next now? How do you
Right.
then build up the motivation to rewrite your goals and do something different or reach out for something different? It's just something theoretical over time, right? We're talking about
Mhm.
it in a vacuum right now, but the passage of time will only show. Do I think Hideki Matsuyama is like washed up? Not at all. He's the primary example that I started with. Could he win another major next year? Absolutely. It's not like he is going to miss the playoffs or is like struggling to keep his card. It's not that at all. But I think about the energy that went into him winning the Masters. I think about that moment on the green with his caddy. I think about the kind of tour around his home country and kind of the pride that it brought for him to win that major, that takes a lot out of you. And it feels great, but getting back to that emotional standpoint is difficult. That's all I'm saying. So we shall move on. We have beat this dead horse dead. So let's jump into Michael Thorbjornsen's bag. I don't think it'll be super tough to go through. As y'all mentioned, he is a dedicated with TaylorMade staffer. So we'll run through it really quickly here and get Marcus's thoughts. Again, we've mentioned TaylorMade QID, LS, low spin, 9 degrees, the return of the Fujicar Ventus to the main stage. We've seen a lot of other shafts step up this year. Marcus, what are your thoughts on this driver and its success this year?
Yeah, I mean, I love the look. Um, it's very sleek. I mean, it produces. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. I mean, even as a Titleist guy, I don't no hate being passed along. It's a really good product. I've done
Michael, what are
enough
your
hating,
thoughts?
apparently.
Nobody's hating. Nobody.
Oh,
Oh, stop being salty.
all right.
Hmm, Michael.
Um, yeah. I mean, you don't really see that many QI40 LSs on tour. The main difference from like the LS to the standard core model that you see Scheffler and Rory use is that instead of the 4 adjustable weights, you have the 2 that are front and back. If you also look at the adapter or the TaylorMade cog, there is no marking on it. So that could potentially mean that he has this in the upright setting, meaning that he just wants to see the toe a little bit more up. And is he a drawer of the golf ball or he fades it?
Probably a drawer with a 10 finger.
I think it's a jar.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of normally TaylorMade does sit a little bit flatter. So he just probably wants to see that toe up a little bit more and just kind of help him promote the draw a little bit better.
Yeah. Heiran Ryu is the other major winner with the LS model. And she was the first to actually win on tour with the LS model. So you are correct that it's not very common. All right. Also playing the TaylorMade R7 Quad Mini Driver at 13.5 degrees. Again, Fujicar Ventus TR Blue 8X. I love this thing just for the adjustability and the options that you have with it. Again, high launch and I don't know, it's just dynamic young talent. So I don't know. This one you haven't seen a lot of guys playing this one. You see a lot of the burner out there, but so this one's a little bit unique. What are your thoughts on this, Mike?
Yeah. I mean, good mini driver. Like I always say, not everybody should be in it. Not everybody should be in a
Right.
mini driver. There are reasons why these guys play mini drivers. There's reasons why guys play the burner or the R7. The burner only has the 2 adjustable weights. This has 4, so he maybe has some adjusted a little differently. I think he has the 7 in the heel, the 3 in the toe. Doesn't really show what's on the back weight, whether he has that 7 on the heel side, just to kind of help speed up the toe, just to get the face closed. It says 13.5. We don't know if it's truly at 13.5. Is it in the upright setting as well as the driver? Is it, cranked on higher, closing the face? There's just a lot that this
Yeah.
picture
So
doesn't
many
show,
just
but right,
yeah.
that these guys do. Interesting that he went with the Ventus TR Blue in this. Seeing is that he plays the Ventus Black Plus in the driver. Both shaft characteristics are almost the same. Well, no, sorry. This shaft that he has in his mini driver is actually stiffer than the one that he has in his LS. Probably just wants a little bit more control with the mini driver.
So so this takes a little bit more spin off.
Yeah. Seeing is that the newer Velocore Plus plays softer than its original, since the original black, versus where the TR blue is a in between of the original blue and the original black, just kind of giving players that little extra stiffness that they need, but it's not overly stiff.
Okay. Marcus, what are your thoughts on this R7? One that we don't see very often.
Yeah, I mean, the mini driver in general is just it's it's quite wild to me. Um, yeah, I mean, it's like it's a supersized 3 wood. You use it off the tee. It's really good off the tee, but then like it gives you that extra boost because it's lower lofted, as if you want to use it like off the deck. But it's it's so many CCs. I don't know if I could get with hitting it off the deck like that. So it's definitely a very niche thing. Like I don't know. I just feel like this is me and Mike were talking about it. I feel like this is one of those things where it's like if you can't hit a 3 wood, just get a mini driver. And that's you're
Literally.
combating for it. That's your
Yeah,
combating for it. Then you
literally.
go like a 18-degree driving iron or something like that, or something like a what is Taylor? Wait, what is TaylorMade's? What do they
They have a
use?
UDI and a DHY.
Yeah,
Mm,
so just a UDI or something like that, like a 20-degree. If I really need to smoke something low and running. So yeah, it's cool. I like the look of it, but yeah, it's definitely tripped out.
yeah. All right, let's get into his irons. I feel like the last three that we've done, we've seen these created kind of combo sets, which I actually love. Um, I personally love this P770 from TaylorMade. He's got it in the 3 iron. It's a beautiful club. The loft, again, he could have it lofted wherever he wants. But when you look at the standard lofts for the 770s, they are more traditional. You're not really maxing out for yardage here. You are maxing out for forgiveness. It is a hollow body construction. In all of his irons, 3 through pitching wedge, he's playing the True Temper Dynamic Gold issue X100. Again, I love the 770s, but you oftentimes don't see a full set of these in someone's bag. Marcus, your thoughts on this particular club?
Yeah, one of the homies plays the 770s. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna go blade, I feel like you go full on blade. I don't. I feel like the 770 is like the helper club, the helper blade. Like it's like a less chunkier 790. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's great in concept, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like the T350. Like it's supposed to be like a blade look, but it's just a chunk. I don't know. Like I guess this is
Yeah.
his. I guess this is his version of the T100 with a MB set. Like this is like a player's chunky club, a player's game improvement. So I don't know. I mean, he's a young guy. He's 24. He's athletic enough to get away with this. So
Very athletic.
congrats to
Mike, what are
him,
you?
bro.
Let's see,
Um,
I saw you stick your finger. What do you think? What's your thoughts, Mike?
yeah, no, you guys absolutely talked about the design of the club and what it, the science behind it, and you're absolutely correct in terms of yes, this is a hollow body. Yes, this is a smaller version of the P790. The main purpose of the 770 was to take some loft away, still give you the player's distance aspect of it. Smaller top line, smaller head in general. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, it's I would say it's more along the lines of like a T150 or a T250 if we're talking in Titleist terms. So just kind of wanted that forgiveness yet distance that he could get, um, that he needs, especially in the longer iron. Usually, um, that's more common to see in 3 irons. Actually, better yet, it's we don't see that many 3 irons anymore. So like I was talking to Marcus about this today.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 iron, the driving iron, even the hybrid are dying breeds just because the 7 and the 9 woods and the 11 woods are kind of taking over. But it's not something that we see dying on tour quite just yet. So we still see 3 and 4 irons out there.
Yep. Yep. Saw it last week with Coiven. Kind of very similar setup. 3, 4 irons and then into the set. So 4 iron, P7MC, same shaft in there. Are they redoing this club every year? I feel like they've dropped this one like every 2 to 3 years without a redesign. I could be wrong on that.
Proto. This is when I think DJ was still on tour. The DJ Proto, like all those guys had their Proto irons, and not that many people were playing the MC. And then that's when they realized, hey, we got to redesign this, make it a little bit more forgiving. And then that's when they came out with the CB. But there are still some players that tend to lean towards older models, like Thorbjornsen, where he's still playing the MC.
Okay, cool. Any thoughts, Marcus, before we get into the rest of the set?
Yeah, this just to me with the compact shape, it just reminds me of the 760 with just meat on the bone.
That's
Like
exactly what
it's
it is. Yeah.
yeah, it's the Rory 760, but with a little bit of help on the bottom and built into the sole to help the ball get up. With a little bit more of a sleeker look. I mean, I think it's pure. I mean, the shade of it, it had me thinking that like he had some lead tape on his in general, just to kind of help it from flipping so much. But that clearly I'm just delirious, and that's just the shadow or whatever. But no, I think this
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I think it's a great club. But I don't know why he's just doing it in a 4 iron. Like he could do that. You know what? I'm not a pro and I'm not a PGA Tour winner. Let me stop questioning him.
So in this set, TaylorMade P7MB, 5 through pitching wedge, beautiful club. I mean, traditional looks here. Again, same shaft throughout the
Yeah.
entire iron set there. So, um, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, kind of what we talked about last week. I'm sure with these guys, there is some unique tweak weighting that they have to meet their needs, that it's not some stock off the rack, especially with him being a dedicated TaylorMade staffer. But as it presents, amazing looking club. Looks like a little butter knife. I mean, you just have to be peering it to hit one of these. So, Marcus, thoughts first?
Yeah, I guess I mean I think it's funny that we talked about it last week. There's no mention of this being a prototype. You know what I'm saying? We all know he's probably got a custom grind or whatever or like that. But yeah, it's definitely not no middle of the mall shit for sure. Like this is definitely some custom lie, custom weighted stuff. And Mike, I just wanted to ask you, like, what's the characteristics of the X100, the tour issue X100? Like, is there anything in particular that makes it set out to where this is the shaft of choice, or like this is just the most like consistent? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Like I feel like this is way more prominent than the Project X, which is like the next toughest shaft, like the 6.5 or whatever or 7.0. But what like can you go through just I'm sorry to kind of like have a little intermission, but what can you talk about the X100, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we look at a dynamic gold, like a regular dynamic gold X100 versus a dynamic gold tour issue X100, the main difference between the two in terms of weighting, if you were to go 4 through pitching wedge on a tour issue, you're going to have some that are it says 130. You're going to have some that are 127, 125, 123, 127, and so on and so forth. Whereas the tour issue is their more paid attention to model, where if it's 130 or 129, that it's a gram or two off each time.
Expect
130, 129, 130. Correct. That is the main difference between a dynamic gold tour issue and a regular, like dynamic gold.
Gotcha. Like the tour issued wood shafts and stuff like that.
Correct.
You wouldn't say there's not any difference between like that, like the flight and trajectory, or
Right.
like the window that it's coming out of?
I would say it's a lot more consistent in terms of what the shaft, how True Temper describes the shaft as a low spinning, low launching shaft. But we're talking about guys who can generate speed, spin, more proficiently
Help
than
get the ball up, yeah.
right. So it's the most played shaft on tour, and the funny part about it is the second most played shaft on tour is made by the same company. True Temper makes Project X, and Project X,
right.
So it's crazy how True Temper pretty much owns the two most played best shafts on tour, which are your Project X line, and your True Temper line, or in your Dynamic Gold line. If I were to show you like the main characteristics between a Dynamic Gold and a True Temp and a Project X, if you look at a Project X, there are no rings, which are called steps, meaning that a Dynamic Gold tour issue, each ring means at each length, it will flex at a specific step or ring, versus a Project X, it is a stepless shaft, meaning that it'll only kick at the bottom, no matter if it goes into your 4-iron or into your pitching wedge. It'll only kick at one point, versus tourish like Dynamic Golds, it'll kick at a specific point at a specific step. So that's why you see a lot of like players who need that extra feel lean into step shafts, versus if you want just straight rebar, you kind of go into the stepless route, and that has to do with face control and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Torque.
So KBS needs to lock in, because I don't think I can't remember.
You have the C taper
going through the KBS lineup. Okay, so that they don't have, most of the KBS lineup is like a straight shaft with no steps, if I'm not mistaken on that. Is that correct?
The C taper line is a stepless line. However, they do make a step version of, which is basically the rival of the Dynamic Gold of the tour issue. It's their money taper line.
Yeah,
that is
the
like,
KBS Tour is still very prominent too.
Exactly.
KBS Tour, and then some people use the KBS Tour Light, which is still like 110. Correct. So they feel like they can swing it faster. But yeah, I mean, pretty much every pro is 130 grams or 135 if you really want to like get boardy with it. Like I think Jason Day swings like a 136 graphite shaft. And then pretty much everybody else is around that 130, right? 130 gram.
I will admit, we do see more KBS on the retail side than we will see on the tour side.
Yeah.
So KBS still cranking it out on the retail side, I would say. Not many. I don't see that many bags, unlike Gotterup, who is playing that 130 X and a C taper. But most of these guys are playing tour issue, and that, I mean, and it also comes down to that's what they've been playing for so long. They just keep the feel going.
Facts. What they're used to.
All right, let's hit the wedges real fast. Nothing super unique here. TaylorMade MG5s. We talked about how good I say that they're not very much here, but wedges are so good. I mean, again, fortunate that TaylorMade's putting out a quality wedge. I did have a question about this TW11.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Tiger Woods grind?
Correct. Yeah, this is the grind specifically made for Tiger. So probably still offers high bounce, but a little bit probably shaved off the leading edge to help with touch around the greens or turf interaction.
Yep. And
So
then
I
the
would say
KBS Tour V120.
I'd say similar to maybe like a K-Star grind or something.
Cool. And then speaking of KBS, the Tour V120X in his
Yep.
wedges. So
Sure enough. Did he? So when we went through his P7 MBs, did he have the pitch? Is he 5 through pitch a wedge?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 5 through pitch and wedge.
Okay, and see that's
That's also
different.
crazy. Yeah, that's also different.
Yeah, that's different.
How
I
many
mean,
people have pitching wedges anymore?
yeah, the amount of times we see just that number next to it, 46 or
Literally.
47 or whatever, I guess they must really like that P7MB pitcher wedge.
Yep.
I like that. That's refreshing.
And yeah, it is. And to me, the star of the show, the custom stamping, the Thor with the Thor's
Not the
hammer.
Thor hammer. Oh my God.
Thor's
Pause.
hammer, elite, bro. I think this elite badging, tailor-made Spider Tour T3. Again, not many people are going to see the bottom, but
Yeah.
I thought it was cool to be able to catch a picture of this one. Again,
It's actually
winning his putter on tour.
well, I think he had a different one in the bag this week. It looked like the Tour X with the black and it was like black and white, and it was a single bend or whatever bend they offer. So it was a little different, but
Okay.
this one's pretty badass. This is more bad. This is better than the one he had.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
But either way, the winner, and I wouldn't doubt if the stamping is the same. I mean,
Yeah.
give me that every if I can get it for free on command, give me that stamping every time.
Literally.
It's cool
Facts. I
detail.
need that.
And then find it out. He is playing the TP5 standard and the Golf Pride MCC grip. So we talked earlier in the year about the quality control standards have been improved on the TaylorMade TP5, their high end lineup, TP5, TP5X. Mike went into amazing detail on that and kind of the breakdown that they got at the beginning of the season on that. And I think that speaks well of the ball. I mean, we saw Rory win with it at the Masters, Hey Run Ryu. So I think they're definitely paying off dividends with their improved manufacturing, even though the pros probably always got the best of the best. It's a good look for the retail side as well for them to be winning and kind of showing their wares. So nothing much in there else there. That is Michael Thorbjornsen's What's in the Bag. Just want to go through that again. Pretty straightforward, tailor-made stuff. And per usual, Mike is our resident Golf Galaxy. They are also a partner. So when the links go in there, if you're interested in any of the clubs in Michael Thorbjornsen's bag, click the links, support the show. Sometimes there's some discounts available as well. So go check out Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxy. They are legit, as Michael will attest, and Marcus will formally attest. Two people with Golf Galaxy connections.
Speaking of Golf Galaxy, I need to get a putter regripped. I don't even know why I tried it, Mike. It feels great, but I think I should have just went ahead and went straight to the OPT, bro.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Hey, sometimes as a good friend, you can speak up.
Yeah, I'll say this. For those of you listening and you want to purchase something from Michael Thorbjornsen's bag, come to me. Don't ask me for regrips, okay? Only come to me for sales.
Oh, my fault, bro. Hey, Michael no longer does club tech work. He is on the floor and he is looking for commissions. So
straight sales.
I misspoke.
I guess I'll do a couple regrips and reshoves here and there. I guess.
So if you're in the Houston, Texas area, go see Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Great team player. Galleria location, by the way. Don't go to the other fluky ones.
Yes.
I got you, bro.
This next story kind of reeks to me of the hypocrisy of the PGA Tour. I feel like they've been doing a lot of good things here as of late, really trying to get back on the right track after fighting with Liv for several years. But then they do something like this, which I think again is just hypocritical, right? So we often do not know about fines, penalties, suspensions of PGA Tour players. However, we found out this week that Trey Mullinax is suspended for 6 months through January. The irony of this man has two starts on tour this year. The last one was the Zurich. So it's like, what? Who benefits from putting this in the news cycle about Trey Mullinax? Taking the medication, didn't get it cleared. Happens quite often, I'm sure. Um, but it just is weird, right? We know a few years ago, several years ago, there was kind of some sketchiness around an extended break from like Dustin Johnson. Rumored that he was engaged in the booger sugar. Rumored and allegedly,
Rumored,
don't know, but an extended break, right? And so
rumored. Who
I
is his
don't, I don't,
girl?
I'm.
Paula.
You're being very nice, Rod. He's married to
Paulina
a
Gretzky.
hockey, right, a hockey goat's
Mhm.
um, daughter. We all know hockey players. Hockey is an adrenaline sport. You know they be skiing the slopes. It's just
I don't know
it
about
just goes without saying.
that's a
It
crazy
just
take
goes
on a great
without
one.
saying.
Wow, Mark is
That's a
just
crazy
going,
take on a
just
great one.
It's all
I
correlated,
know,
guys. It's all correlated.
dang.
Y'all
But
feel like
I
I'm
don't know,
jumping the
man.
gun. I ain't jumping no fences, players.
I wasn't willing to just say he did it, so it was all
He
rumors.
did
We
it.
never got any confirmation. Whatever. I don't know, man. What's the point of doing this shit? It frustrated me. I was like, this is such a uh, petty, weird move by the PGA Tour to not block the information or what. I don't know. Well, in a world where, like we find out more and more stuff about like how shady Kawhi Leonard's deal with the LA Clippers is every day. Why couldn't we keep this man's random suspension under wraps? It's just weird to me. What are
Mm-hmm.
y'all's thoughts? I just thought it was weird.
Um, uh, I'm just of all people, Trey Mullinax. Like, what did he like? What did he do? For one, and two, when we found out, why in the world was there a joint statement made? Like, hey, like this is the PGA Tour statement, and the next thing you know, you swipe over on Instagram and it's his statement. Like,
Right.
strange,
Very
strange
strange.
to me. I
I
didn't
don't
even
know.
read what he had to say because I'm just like, y'all are suspending him in the off season. He not making the playoffs, no way. He not in the President's Cup, no way. He not in the fall series anyway.
Again, two events played in 2026. We know Trey Mullinax because we're junkies, but who else cares about Trey Mullinax
Right.
for like you said, a dual statement to be released?
Is he
Bizarre.
now?
Mike,
I,
no, go ahead,
I
Marcus. Finish up.
I guess my last thing would be, so does this mean in cahoots with the Corn Ferry Tour? He ain't playing there neither. Like, where is he gonna go?
Mm.
Just gonna be sitting out.
Live. Sorry. Too soon.
Wah,
Too soon.
What you
wah.
got, Mike?
Um, I mean, it sucks. You know, it
I'll
sucks.
take
What
it.
are you talking? Because okay, here's the other thing. Here's the thing. I don't think people realize as well. Each year, the NFL, the NBA, the PGA Tour, the NHL, all these teams, and whatever, they put out a new PED list every single year, barring steroids. So it could be some type of supplement that he took that helps him breathe better or helps him, shit better. I don't know. But there's also a component in that supplement that can also improve a different part of your body more efficiently, right? So, and I think this
Correct.
happened to DeAndre Hopkins where he had taken a supplement, and then come to find out after he took said supplement, it made the NFL list and he had to sit out for performance enhancing drugs. So it could have been a supplement that was in, or a component that was in said supplement that was on the PGA Tour's PED list that he may have
Mhm.
missed. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And but also to Marcus's point, why did he need to put out a statement? Why not just say,
Correct.
"Hey, he is suspended for blank for PEDs," and
Yeah.
then left it at that?
No, I mean we don't learn about most of the disciplinary actions that happen on the PGA. They
Right.
seem to be a pretty closed shop when it comes to announcing discipline. Guys are either it's under the guise of injuries,
Yeah.
taking time away from like never do they just come out and explicitly say homeboy was popped for PEDs and this
Literally.
is why he's going to be out. It's just weird. Um,
Wait,
we've
y'all
talked we've
remember?
talked about the majors. Go ahead.
Y'all remember the whole thing with VJ?
Oh, like the deer antler
The
spray.
the deer piss or whatever, right? No.
Something like that. Oh, yeah,
Something
now
like
it's starting
that.
to come back to me.
I thought that
Yeah.
was tripped out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
mean,
right.
there's a lot of things these people do behind closed doors that we don't know about. Like, if we look at baseball, Mark McGuire, all those
Ah,
guys,
we do.
they let them take steroids, and then
Ah, we do.
they were like, "Oh, we're not gonna let you guys into Hall of Fame because you guys took steroids." Will you let us?
Right. Wasn't
Yeah,
on
that
wasn't
Because
on the
whole
rules.
era should go in. Yeah, that whole era should go in. I
literally,
ain't gonna lie.
because for all we know, Bryson DeChambeau is doing horse tranquilizer. I don't know,
Okay.
and
All
nobody
right.
says anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? For all we know.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
Let's keep it moving. I'll wait for. I won't hold my breath for the next announcement like this one. This one was just kind of out of nowhere. Um, Japan, the Japanese winners of majors. Um, as we roll down kind of the final results on Sunday, absolutely was actually thinking about Hanako Shibuno, who won out of nowhere 6 years ago, 7 years ago at this point, at the AIG Women's Open. She's a player that I'd never heard of before. Shiho Kuwaki, also never heard of this young lady before. Um, of course, she's now on the radar. They were already proclaiming after the fact that she's going to, definitely be making much more appearances on the LPGA going forward. So good for her, right? We saw last year Miyu Yamashita come out of nowhere to win the AIG as well. Mai Saigo was actually in the running, you know, top 10, top 5 this week as well. So a lot of success coming out of Japan. They do have some tough winners in Japan, so I attribute it to some kind of conditioning to why they can show up at the AIG in particular, and perform. But overall, just very very good under pressure, and that's why I was kind of took my little shot at Matsuyama earlier. That the ladies are
Oh,
like, get your weight up, man. We're over here winning for the country of Japan. But young lady loves the bright colors. She's sponsored by Loudmouth Golf. Hadn't
mm.
seen that since John Daly of anybody with prominence. So, what are your thoughts? How much of the ladies did y'all get to watch? It was my perfect viewing window, so I watched a ton of it. It was like my evening to early morning watch. So I got to watch a lot of the tournament. Didn't love the ending. Playoff with Esther Henselite, and she just kind of folded under the pressure coming down the stretch. But yeah, what are y'all's thoughts on the tournament this weekend,
Mike.
Marcus?
Oh,
Oh, me.
got him.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I watched a bunch of it. I was very excited about the coverage. It was in a good window for me as well. Late night, headed into the morning. I was gonna be up anyways. I was off and on asleep anyways, so it worked out great. Um, don't know why they didn't let us get coverage all the way until dark. This whole getting cut off at
It's early
1 or 1:30 when the sun sets in England at like 9:30, like, and there was groups still playing. Like, just let us finish the coverage. Like, I don't get like why that happened, but all in all, it was a great event. Them starting on a par three was trippy.
I know,
Um,
right?
very trippy, but that's what they do over there. They do different things. So again, I think just is just a carryover from the men's open, because you just have to be able to adapt. You can't sit here and expect all these courses to be woodland and just America doesn't run shit right now. So we need to be able to look at things in a different light, in a different view, and just accept it as it is. So again, the course wasn't just lush and green, but did it still present well on TV? Yes. Were the greens still amazing? Yes. Did you still have to show creativity in a major underneath the pressure? Yes. So yeah, I
Did
think
you have to avoid the one of the 166 bunkers on the course? Yes, because
yeah.
those
So
were
again,
brutal.
brutal. So yeah, I definitely felt like this was a great product, and just like what we were talking about, as I thought Hideki was gonna do, you have to show creativity around courses like this. So that's why I thought he had a leg up, but we see he has a leg down. Pause. But yeah, congrats to Kawaki.
Mike,
Very good.
But he googled.
Whoa. Yeah, no, I mean, it was funny because same thing I said last time. I said, is Nelly gonna win 3 of 5, or is Ryu gonna go back to back to back? Is she gonna win 3 in a row, or is gonna be some random win in it? It's like I'd be knowing these things, you know.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like I almost prophesized it, you know.
it's like you're a master
Oh,
bullshitter.
wow. I mean, good
It happened.
grief.
You
I'm on
can't
a
finesse a
run.
finesser.
Oh, yes, I can.
Cap.
Wow. Crazy. Anywho, yeah, no, I mean, the three of us, we have like this Instagram group chat or whatever, and Rod brought up, she hit 15. Ryu hit 15 of 18 greens. Really setting herself up for the tournament, and then you just kind of see this decline in her game where she starts making more bogeys than she is birdies, and then Kuwaki just kind of burns it up. She fast player. She gets the job done. She really got the job done, and just kind of really stayed hot. But also, Gino was on the way. Was coming up the leaderboard. Um,
Mm.
Corda was coming up the leaderboard. Let's see who else was. I mean, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I can run away with this, or I got enough of cushion, because you still this easily. There could have been, hypothetically speaking, probably a 3 to 4 way playoff for the title.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so it wasn't necessarily that she ran away with it. It was necessarily like she just had to keep it going, and she had some really like good moments of like keeping like making a lot of putts and just
yeah.
saving par. Like if you look at that first playoff hole, like she saved par from like 127 yards. Like she had to pitch out, hit it to about like what 8 to 10 feet, and drain the par putt to go back
Haul
to the
high.
tee.
Yeah.
Right, and then she just stayed steady till the end. And that's not to say that also Henna, how do you say her
And
name?
so like,
Yeah,
That's true.
Hintelite. She also made that clutch putt on 18 to send it to a playoff.
40
So,
footer.
right. So, I mean, these ladies did what they were supposed to do out here. Like, it was like dog eat dog in the third and fourth round. So,
Yeah.
I think this is, in my opinion, the best major out of the fives this year in terms of like
Hmm.
competitiveness and how close it was and what could have happened but didn't happen and what did happen that should, you know what I mean? Like it was really
Yeah.
exciting coming down to the wire.
Yeah, more
Um,
turmoil than usual.
yeah. So I think it was a great tournament. Congratulations to Kuwaki. Um, I think now it comes down to who's going to be the season winner. You know?
Ooh, I still think it's Nelly. What do y'all
Yeah.
think? I think after both her majors, I think she's got a couple other wins as well early in the season. I still think
Hmm.
she
Yeah.
secures it. However, Ryu wins this one. She wasn't able to pull through. I think that was the disappointment for me is that she was there in position, ready to
Yeah, that
win,
third
and just
round,
Yeah.
third and fourth round, 274s back to back. It's just not
Yeah.
good enough, right?
despicable. Yeah.
Um, and it's not like the wind was blowing crazy. It was actually pretty reasonable on Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday, a little more gusty, but Sunday, I was like, what's going on? She just didn't have it, right? There's just
Yeah.
days you show up to the course and you're not going to be able to bring your best, and that's what showed out for her um, on Sunday. But yeah, I think all things given, and there's still a lot of golf left to be played for the
Yeah.
LPGA, but
They
I
play until
think
November.
right, right. So outside of any crazy run that Ryu goes on, I still think it's going to be Nelly Corda for the season long. I think she locked down one of their other awards that's related to points, so she's already confirmed that she's going to win that award. But yeah, it's been a really good LPGA season. We've talked about stars needing to show up for them to have a good product. So to have Thidakun top five, Ryu competing into the weekend, Nelly Corda was in touch, enough to get her on the coverage here and there. So I think it was good. It's good for the game. I do want to say that there was one stain, depending on what perspective, right? Um, I think in the world that we live in today, there's a lot of thirsty dudes out there that are going to be willing to forgive bullshit. And homegirl Charlie Hole earlier in the week, in an attempt to launch a YouTube channel, plays a prank on her caddy, gives him some scratchers. He scratches it off for 100K, 100 euros. They reveal to him that it's a prank. He's gutted. She even reveals in the press conference after that he almost quit, and that was like she said it unironically, not in a joking way. Like 100,000's, even if you're doing well, you still want 100,000, right?
Yeah.
The internet immediately came for her, and then I was like looking at different posts, and it was pretty unanimous that this was a shitty thing to do. And then her demeanor after follow up interviews from the press was very salty and telling people to kind of lump it or whatever she said. She speaks English like Rick Shields. So, um, yeah, the tone was weird. You can tell she was defensive about it. And then kind of, again, the Captain Sava Charlie's came into comment sections really caping for her, like, oh, y'all need to have a sense of humor. I'm like, I'd like to hear from the caddy. How funny did he think it was that he did not get this 100,000? So, Mike, what are your thoughts on this? As a prank, it didn't have to be public. Again, it was featured as part of a launch of a YouTube channel. So, joking in private is one thing, but making this kind of humiliation
Yeah.
public was to me another thing.
Um, lighten up. I get it,
Okay.
lighten up. I understand. Like, if you like, I'm not gonna lie to you. If one of my good friends, and Marcus knows who I'm talking about, and I work really close with him. If he were to give me that type of scratcher for like $1 billion, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm just kidding," I would probably like knock the shit out of him. Like, I'd put him to bed because it's not like that's life changing money. You know what I mean? Like, even 100,000 euros in U.S. currency is life changing money. Like, it's quite of a bit of a sum, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but now it's a it's a joke. Like, you guys have been friends for so long. Like, I'm going to assume Charlie Hall after was like, listen, I really want to apologize. This is supposed to be like a gag, type thing. Like, it was supposed to be ha ha he he, but I understand, blah. But it's also like, I don't know. I see it as a joke. Like, come on. Like, she was just trying to be
Okay.
funny, and the funny didn't work out. But hey, like,
Respect
people
it.
like people put they do these jokes to their friends all the time,
Right, in private, right? It's
yeah,
within the group. But
yeah,
when
that's
we all
okay,
find out about it, that's the thing that got me kind of like salty about it. And then her not understanding why people
yeah,
like I
yeah,
get it. Like we all have intimate relationships within our group. Does everybody else understand those dynamics? No. Because we're not a part of the relationship. So when
right,
you bring
Right.
us into the relationship, we get to judge it accordingly.
Off of,
Like, hey,
off of
this
what
is
we know.
yeah,
right. This is fucked up. Like, you, at the end of the day, Charlie Hull is a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Her caddy, while he has probably earned very well in his career, is probably not a multi-millionaire on that level. He's done
Yeah.
well. I think they kind of calculated up that he's earned like over 1.5 million with her on the on her bag. But still, that's just
Yeah.
not. We're
It's a
all
big
part of the
difference.
public humiliation
yeah,
ritual. Go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, it's a big difference between your career earnings being about 2 million compared to my life worth being 9 million at the moment. This is me in my mid 20s, by the way. I think that's the main thing is that she just didn't, as I talked to Rod about this, she didn't read the room. Bro, like if this was Jordan Spieth and Michael Greller, who we know is well off and gets a salary besides winnings, a stipend off of winnings or whatever they get per week, this would be different. But this is the women's game where money is way tighter and relationships to me seem a little bit more feeble. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
think another aspect is that you got to realize this is a major championship week and you're at the crib. You're in your home country, big dog. I think we need to take this a little bit more serious. Now, if this was the Northwest Arkansas Walmart Championship and you're
whoa,
over here jerking off with your buddy in your caddy,
pause,
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You got to read the room here.
that's
So,
fair,
yes, I get what you're saying about, we need to lighten up. And if we have that rapport, I get it. Like
yeah,
me and Mike can joke like that, me and Rod can joke to a certain, but me and Rod are pretty. I don't know. We have different humor than a lot of people. So like when me and Rod joke, we know to keep it between us. And then there's a few outliers that are like, oh, I would laugh at that too. AKA Mike has been invited into the group. But we're not going to sit here and be like some of the jokes that we have in our DMs and in our group chats. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, like you want to see this funny meme that I showed Rod? Because they're going to sit here and be like,
that's not
what is
funny,
you on?
yeah,
Are you
Right.
good? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So again,
There's
it's all
history
about reading
there.
the room.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
exactly.
Now, I say this leads to an important question because she's receiving all this backlash. Will she go back to smoking?
No, She has a bet. She has a bet with her friends, and it's in the thousands. So if she continues to not smoke, she gets like 10K or something like that for a certain amount
Well,
of time.
oh, almost said something
She's
dumb.
not that stressed out, bro.
Oh no,
No,
twin.
I'm
Oh
very curious.
no.
I wish I could go back and catch some footage of their interactions prior to this, and like I'm just an observer. I don't. I mean, shit. At the end of the day, we're talking about it. Do I internally give a damn? Not really, but I'm just curious. You know, it's the curiosity of it all. I would
Yeah,
love to go see their interactions in previous tournaments because I'll be honest. Yeah, it was a turn. It was a major tournament week, but it was kind of tight out there. Like, I'm sorry. Watching them on
yeah.
course,
The energy was
the
not there.
interaction didn't seem. Yeah, didn't appear to be great, and I don't think it was
What
like that prior to this.
What did I say, Rod? If he were to cold
But
turkey quit, if he were to cold turkey quit and find a different pro, I would not even be surprised or mad.
right,
But
at
in the
all.
same aspect, though, he's watched her grow up. That's been her pro
Yeah,
caddy since she's turned pro, since she's done, changed around her diet, changed around how she looks, how she plays, all of that stuff. He's been a part of all of that. This is a new life. This is like a lifelong friend. So she
yeah,
really, it's like what we said. It's like what y'all mentioned. There had to have, hopefully, there was some steps being taken off the record to get back in good graces. Like, hey, this is all for TV because this is what the world we're in. Everybody is
yeah.
trying to do some shit to get on TV. Why is there
It's all
always a
about the
camera
content.
out? There's always a camera out. Everything's being filmed. There's always somebody that's literally just like, and it doesn't need
Right.
to be that way.
Mm.
Yeah. Go.
Hey,
You
bro.
look. Slide me that check for 100K. Maybe hit me up with a caddy bonus of 25K for the next four
Facts.
tournaments,
Literally.
and we'll call it good. You know.
Yeah.
But
Maybe I get to keep
that
back to Kiki.
right. All right. Let's get off this negative bullshit. Um. Last story on the golf. Zach
We'll
Johnson
make
and
this quick.
his right eye wins his fourth tournament on the PGA
Roasted
Tour
in his right eye.
Champions. Congratulations! He's out there tearing up the aged gentleman. Beats Stuart Sink by 2 strokes over in Portugal. They're getting some overseas stuff in on the Champions Tour this year. I'm impressed with their traveling. Tim O'Neill made an appearance in the top five as well. I was impressed by him. I actually caught the tail end of this tournament as they were winding down. So shout out to the old men getting a little vacation on the coast of Portugal. Looked like a fun tournament, but congratulations to Zach Johnson on his fourth this year. That's all I got to say.
And that's all there is to say about that. Moving on.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna keep it quick too. Don't rush me, Michael. Jeez.
Oh, my bad.
Um,
My apologies.
listen, I know we're getting ready to get some further stars back into the mix for the PGA Tour champions, but at this current juncture, where is the money coming from?
Taxpayers.
Why? No. We need to get into the legality of all this. They were in
I feel
Morocco
like
for
it's
the
money.
Trophy
Is
Hassan.
there is there is there money laundering going on or
Yes,
something?
it,
What are you
it has
claiming,
to be.
Mm,
This is the third international event of
Markets
the
with the hot
year.
takes today.
This is the third international event of the year, barring the Senior Open. You feel me? They did like I said, they were in the Trophy Hassan Duh. Then they were
Yeah.
in, I think they were in India or something like that. I kid you not. Who the fuck is paying for them to go over to Portugal? Hmm? What are these flight deals? What are these flight
Well,
mileage?
weren't they just
How?
over there though? They just did to come back from their major championship that they just played last week, right? I think that's what it was, Marcus. Okay,
Wait,
so
hold up. All right. Okay, hold
you
up.
got to up. Okay, while you're looking that up,
Okay.
think
No.
about
You're
this
right.
as well. You got
No, you're right.
you got to multitask. You've hit us with two conspiracy theories in this show.
What was the first
DJ,
one?
you absolutely confirmed that you think DJ was on the booger sugar,
That's
and
not a
that's why he was
conspiracy.
suspended.
That's fact.
It wasn't confirmed that you're claiming PGA Tour
Bro.
champions money laundering. You got to what's a 3-pack? What's another conspiracy theory? Um, it doesn't even have to necessarily be from golf. Give me one more conspiracy theory that
Did we
Marcus
actually
you
land on the
proclaim.
moon?
Shut your dumb ass up. Anyways,
Is Earth flat?
Yes.
okay, Kyrie Irving, y'all
I said,
have got
let's
to
ask
stop.
Kyrie.
How many
Bro.
people per day go off the edge of the earth and don't come back?
Hmm.
Y'all are despicable people.
That we know of.
I thought we were gonna
Yes.
go with real conspiracy theories, and you guys are bombing it right now. Move on. God, oh my God.
I just give me one then. Give me one more conspiracy. I'm from you, Marcus. Give me one more that you're very firm on.
I lost my train of thought now. I don't know. Y'all have really discombobulated my thoughts. I don't know.
Okay,
I'll come back to it in random land.
it's not a conspiracy. Adrian Broner is the greatest boxer of our lifetimes, and we just don't
No.
realize it.
What?
No.
No, okay.
That's a crazy take.
Over Bud Coon Crawford?
Oh Lord! All right, shout out to Zach Johnson and his right eye. All right, y'all. We are in the random land part of the show, so I need you to come up with more conspiracy in the next 2 minutes.
Well, no.
No F1.
No.
DP World
There-
Tour is on break for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The
Jesus.
ladies, are they teeing it up again next week? Are they taking a break
Let's
again?
see.
I'm pulling it.
They got
Well,
a
while you
week
do
break.
You
that,
need to put
They got a
your
week
thoughts
break.
into your conspiracy. I figured
Yes.
that. So
in
we only
other-
get the Wyndham.
Yes. All right.
Go ahead.
Great. In other sports news, we didn't talk about this last week, but former Dallas Cowboy quarterback Tony Romo was facing some legal issues
We talked about
after-
that.
in the show.
Was that on air or
Yeah.
off? I think it
No,
was
I
off.
think it was off air. It
Okay.
was off air. Tony Romo, after shooting a plus 35 round, found himself under arrest for alleged DUI. Sources say
The video. I guess I
Yeah.
didn't pass.
yes. Sources say he fumbled at the 1 yard line. In other news, sorry. In other
No,
news,
hold on. Don't move on past that news, because I mean you're joking about him fumbling at the 1 yard line. He might be fumbling the bag. He is on suspension right now from his NFL
he's on
commentating
leave.
job.
wow.
So I mean, bro, there's no football going on right now. So you're taking
Yeah.
leave from what, my guy?
Suspended for? What are you suspended for? Huh?
I mean, my God, I've never been hit with a DUI, but
Yeah.
with people with so many resources and the ability, like, what is the mentality? Tiger,
What
Tony
was you doing
Romo,
in
so many
Wisconsin, bro?
athletes.
He's just playing a
He was
tournament.
competing in an event.
What?
It wasn't even that he was just drunk. He had an open container in the car too.
You hold up. Talking about competing in an event. What are we talking about?
Yeah,
It
it
was
was like a mid-am or something.
Yeah, the Greater Cheddar Open.
He's a pro. I thought he turned pro. How is
He is
he
a
trying to
pro.
go back? Yeah, why is he trying to go back to amateur ranked events?
I don't know. I just work here.
Okay, so the first week, wait, hold up, time out. The first week of the season, these dildos start on Wednesday. It's a Wednesday night game on NBC, and then Thursday night It's 49er Rams in Australia. What is the NFL doing, man?
Literally.
Anyway, part of my next conspiracy, I do believe that uh, they want the Dodgers to win because congrats to the Astros on them dominating the Rangers, but it doesn't matter because we're all losing to the Dodgers this year.
Yes. The Dodgers have acquired Detroit Tigers ace pitcher Tariq Skubal for practically a ham sandwich.
Tarek.
Whatever, I guess. They pretty much got their star pitcher for a ham sandwich.
No, they had to give up assets. It was funny, but they had to give up an outfielder, a pitcher, and then like some I don't know if it was prospects, but I know they had to give up some bread too. But they got 3 aces plus the most stacked offensive lineup. We'll see in the next decade or so. Yeah, I know.
Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, Shohei Ohtani, Max Muncy.
Oh, watch Mookie Betts at that.
I mean, goodness gracious. Who's behind the plate? What's his name?
Let's not talk about that idiot. Dalton Rushing. That's stupid.
No, there's another. They have a better.
There's always a fly in the ointment on every team.
On top of that, the Astros have officially moved up into first place in the AL West after sweeping the Rangers in the Silver Boot Series.
Shut up. I just said congrats. Move on. God,
I'm just saying.
Didn't you?
Astros fans I thought so weird.
I thought y'all were throwing dirt on the Astros grave. Because they were third in the division, right?
That's on the AL. That's on the AL West in general because it's garbage. You just need to be around 500 to even win the division. Like we lost the series and we're still just 2.5 games out of first.
Yeah, that's fair.
That could easily turn around. However, there's still 40-something games of baseball left.
For some reason, the Tampa Bay Rays are leading the AL.
They've been good. They've been good like the last 5 years. They're just the Seattle Mariners.
They're
just in the Tampa Bay. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Also, the Chicago White Sox. All the
prospects that they traded for, they better be winning.
Shit. Oh, they are Chicago White Sox. They also have the Cubs.
Yeah, the Cubs are in the NL.
Yeah, where did they come from? The White Sox used to be the most ass team in baseball. Now they're good.
They are.
Crazy take.
Personal experience, going to a game at the White Sox Stadium, which me and my fam did about 3 years ago. Crazy experience. So, you ride in on the train, you hop off the train. The station is right next to the stadium. You have to walk down one straight street and you're there. But the amount of vendors and scalpers, nothing I've ever seen in my life. Just hey, I got, how they do the little, I got three. And they're whispering, selling bootleg caps. Crazy experience. Selling alcohol out in the open, unlicensed. Crazy. But fun experience.
Yeah.
What else y'all got?
Hold on.
Are y'all hurting because there's no F1 for 3 more weeks?
I'm chilling. I'll be all right.
I've been watching plenty of replays, but I am hurting.
Yordan Alvarez is now leading 2 of the 3 categories of the Triple Crown.
What did he lose?
RBIs. He's only 1 down behind C.J. Abrams and Sal Stewart.
Got you. I was about to say, because he's been the Triple Crown leader for months.
Yeah. This brother should win the AL MVP. Should. I say should.
He will. We're talking Triple Crown for sure.
And then
this is Miguel Cabrera all over again.
Bro, and then Jacob Mizorowski is leading the Triple Crown in pitching.
Believable. Throws 104 too. Yeah, he's disgusting.
Filth.
Disgusting.
I should have asked during the golf portion. sitting at 70. Does Jackson Coyven get into the FedEx playoffs with one victory for 5 events? Does he make it in?
He plays next week.
He
I
has
think
to play. I
so.
was gonna say he has to play in the Wyndham. So yes.
I think that'll make 5. He's played 4 so far.
Yeah.
1 win. Does he complete the task?
I think so. He was competing the first 2 days for the Rocket Mortgage. He was like 5 or 6 under before they really took off on the weekend.
Yeah. And Spieth safely got into 55. So Coyven's the only one like just sitting right on the line at 70. But
Ricky Fowler's
I think
like
the
in the
kids-
30s.
Ricky's had a quietly good season. You just want to see him win, though. Apparently, he also has some weird thing that he's going to have a surgery at the end of the year.
No.
Who?
Ricky Fowler. I think it's like a sinus thing.
Oh,
he'll be fine.
Okay, never mind. Oof.
No, okay, wait, hold up. Did Ludwig Albert win this year?
No.
He's 10
In the world?
in the FedEx.
No, FedEx.
Oh. Well, good question.
Quietly.
Rory's 12. Jacob Bridgman still on the piggyback of that Genesis Invitational. He's 13. Akshay Bhatia, no wins, 14. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Akshay Bhatia won in that playoff. No wins for Ryan Gerard, 16.
Gerard's he's had a shit ton of top 10s here lately. So
he's having a great putting year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what has Justin Rose done? He's 23. Victor Hovland. Did Victor Hovland win this year again?
Yes, he did. He fended off Scotty.
Ryan Fox, out of all the shit he's done, he's only 21. Alex Smalley is 25. Ricky Fowler is in the top 30 now. Adam Scott is 28.
That's what I was about to say. Adam Scott's had a quiet
How?
year.
Wait, hold on.
Bob
they was talking about if
he was going to make
he had to get a special exemption to get into the U.S. Open. How is he 28?
Daniel Berger's 58.
Don't talk about that, dickhead.
I was about to say, how is he even?
How
is he even 58?
My fault.
That's my question.
The violence, Jesus Christ.
Max Homa 51. Let's go, Max.
Okay, I saw one of the Højgaard twins. Where's the other one? Where's Rasmus?
He's bad.
No, he finished second.
He's 103. But he's still 103.
It's Nikolai.
His brother is actually
a better twin.
Nikolai.
31.
Yeah, I'm tripping.
He's 31.
Who came out first?
Hey, Sahith, 43. As quiet as if he kept.
Literally. Because how is he 43, twin?
I don't know. Shout out Juju, though.
Should Juju get some 15 extra spots?
Facts.
Boo. Wait, we don't like Chavarria, right?
Correct.
No.
Boo. He's 44.
Right. Hopefully he has a bad few weeks and doesn't make it into the top 50.
Yes.
Anyways.
Also,
boy, Taylor Moore.
Yeah.
Outside the top 150.
Anywho, let's.
Awesome.
I think we should also discuss this either now or later.
Later.
Captain's picks for the President's Cup.
Later. So 11:30.
Next week.
Yeah.
Let's do it next week.
For sure.
It'll be a light week, so we will discuss next week.
I think Solheim is making their picks as well. So that'll be something to discuss amongst that.
For sure.
Sweet.
Anna Norkis is making her picks.
This week or next week?
Monday.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
All right, y'all. Bearder Bros Golf Show. We'll be back next week discussing all the good stuff in the world of golf and other random stuff. Marcus will have 7 days to come up with his third conspiracy theory that he truly believes in.
Ooh.
I am Rod. Oh,
I am
new
Marcus.
new effect. New graphic.
And I'm Michael. Yes. Do it again.
Wow.
Boom.
Look at Marcus, Katy Perry.
Wow.
Later, y'all.